We are covering ridings in our coverage area tonight. We have reporters deployed in key ridings, gathering reaction from candidates. Now, many of them are considered bellwether ridings. That means they usually go with the party that ends up forming government. We begin our look ahead with Krista Simpson.
I'm Krista Simpson in Kitchener Centre, a riding the Green Party is hoping to hold on to this election. Mike Morris was first elected here for the Greens in 2021, and he made history. He was the first person to be elected in Ontario for the federal Green Party. Now he is running again, and he's facing challengers from the Conservatives and Kelly DeRitter, Brian Adiba from the Liberals, and Heather Zaleski from the NDP. There's also somebody running from the People's Party of Canada, the United Party of Canada, and the Animal Protection Party, meaning there's a total of 7 names on the ballot. Now, this riding has long been considered a bellwether. It very consistently in the past elected an MP from the party that went on to form government, meaning it's been represented by both Liberals and Conservatives in the past. In 2021, though, it got attention for a different reason. The Liberal incumbent was forced to drop out of the race just a couple of weeks before Election Day, meaning his name was still on the ballot, but he wasn't going to win. Mike Morris did win the riding handily, though, for the Greens. He got about 35% of the overall vote, and he had about 5,000 more votes than the Conservative runner-up. Will he hold this riding again for the Greens tonight? It's worth noting that in the recent provincial election, the provincial riding of Kitchener Centre elected a Green representative who was also an incumbent. We will be watching to see what happens here tonight.
I'm Spencer Turcotte in Waterloo, where Liberal incumbent Bardish Chagger will look to maintain her seat, which she's held since 2015. And in that time, she's held a couple cabinet minister roles, but she was eventually shuffled out of her diversity and inclusion and youth portfolio following that We Charity scandal. Now, it would take a massive upset for her to be pushed out and not return as Liberal MP, but hoping to do so. And who stands in her way is Conservative candidate Wasim Botros. Now, he arrived in Canada as a first-generation immigrant. And in that time, he's really honed in on his entrepreneurial skills, going from a skilled worker to now owner of a couple companies. And he hopes that journey will really resonate with voters to show that he can build from the ground up. Now, as for the NDP, it's a much different story on the federal level. We just saw with the provincial campaign, Waterloo went orange. They voted NDP Catherine Fife as MPP for Ontario, but federally, that hasn't happened historically. Waterloo has not really gone orange, but hoping to change that is NDP candidate Helene Chow. She's really focusing in on that youth vote, and she's hoping to tackle some critical climate issues. But again, tonight, all eyes will be on Bardish Chagger and the Liberals with Waterloo theirs to lose.
I'm Alexandra Hollick in Cambridge, where Liberal incumbent Brian May is looking to hold on to his seat for another term. May was first elected back in 2015, and in 2021 he won with 38% of the vote, with Conservative candidate Connie Cody coming in second. Now, Cody is running again this time around, but the other names on the ballot are new. Social service worker Jose de Lima is running with the NDP, and the Greens are putting up Lux Burgess, and there's also a candidate running with the Marxist-Leninist Party. Now, the riding was one of the first to elect an NDP MP in Ontario, but it has been a battle between the Tories and the Liberals ever since, and it's one that experts say could help determine whether a party takes it all. Now, with the recently redistributed electoral boundaries, Cambridge shrinks slightly this election. According to Election Canada, nearly 22,000 people hit the polls for advanced voting here in Cambridge. That's up from just over 18,000 back in 2021. Now, Cambridge is a hub for the automotive industry, so there's no question that U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs will be top of mind for many voters. And we'll be in Cambridge as the results roll in and keep you updated.